All right, everybody, welcome back to another personal development lesson. I am your host, as always, Joel Dunn. Today is going to be epic, epic, epic. Three epics because it's more epic, epicer, epicest than the other ones. And here's why. Today, we are going to be discussing all things that have to do with inspiration, how to live an inspired life. Because it's one of those things, we talk about discipline, we talk about habits. You hear me say all the time, it's not about motivation, it's about discipline. When you're disciplined, you make things happen. But here's a big thing. We want to train your inspiration just like a muscle, just like everything else, because it is one of the overlooked keys to consistency and joy. So today, I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you truly felt inspired? Not motivated by pressure, but inspired by possibility. Because everyone talks about self-discipline, grit, the hustle, and pushing through without inspiration, without motivation. But what if the reason it's so hard isn't because you're lazy, but because you are uninspired by the work that you're doing? So here's point number one. Discipline without inspiration is drudgery. Yes, discipline is necessary. But discipline plus inspiration equals unstoppable momentum. How does momentum happen? It happens when people are taking inspired action. A large group of people are taking inspired action towards a specific goal. So without inspiration, discipline feels heavy. It feels like a weight, like you're dragging yourself uphill. Because inspiration sets the sail, discipline steers the ship. So, think about a time when you were truly inspired. Notice how easy it was to take action. So again, inspiration is something that can be trained, but it is also something that is connected to your why. Your why is the power behind your inspiration, which fuels your discipline. So number two, inspiration can be trained. It doesn't have to be waited for. It's a practice. Inspiration is not an accident. It's something that you build. It's something that you work. It's something that you focus on. Just like the gym conditions your muscle, your habits condition your heart and mind to stay inspired. Because most people, that's not you, but we're talking about the other people that aren't here learning this morning. Most people wait for inspiration, but winners create it. Do you want to live an inspired life, a life that is an inspiration to others? You have to create it. Leaders, athletes, artists, they all have rituals that they use to tap into what they call their inspiration zone. The thing that gets them focused, the thing that gets them charged, the thing that gets them up at 5 a.m. to go into the gym, to start banging out, to get into the condition that they need to be. But at the same time as doing it for your physical body, you need to do it for your mental, for your mind. That way that you keep that sharp and inspired just like you would a regular muscle. Number three, there are 4 practical ways to train for inspiration daily. Number 1, we talk about this all the time, your morning ritual. So add something inspirational into your morning routine. Start your day feeding your mind with books, podcasts, scripture, prayer, visualization, because inspiration is a byproduct of your intentional inputs. I don't know how many times we have to talk about the thoughts that you have are influenced by everything that comes into you. So you need to be intentional about creating inspirational inputs for yourself. Who is that person that you look up to? Make sure that you're following them and listening to them, because their words will help build you up to become an inspiration like them. Number 2, we need to do an environmental curation. Guys, we talk about this one all the time too. I feel like we're just kind of rehashing things that we go over all the time, but keys to success, if you hear them, are in repetition. So who is in your surroundings? What is in your surrounding? Curate your environment to one that uplifts you, your workspace, the things that are around you, your playlist, the things that you listen to, your circle, the people who are speaking into your life, whether you want it or not. Realize that, guys. People will speak into your life whether you want them to or not. So make sure the people that are speaking negativity into you have less access to you than those who are speaking positively and encouraging you. This will help increase your internal inspiration. Number 3, do reflection. Look back to remind yourself how far you've come, because progress fuels inspiration. Guys, you came a long way from where you were. And if you're just getting started, think about how you're going to be able to look back in the future to today and go, this is when I made the decision. This is when inspiration took place and changed everything for me. Number 4, create before you consume. Guys, this is one of those things that I don't think a lot of people put into practice. They hear it every once in a while and it just kind of goes to the side. But you need to daily be creative, write, speak, brainstorm, create the energy that you want before you consume the energy that others create. Point number 4 is inspiration is personal. Know your source. Guys, I look all the time at the sources that I'm building in from, where I'm taking things from, and I've created a list of the people that I consume content from, and I've shared it with you before. You need to make sure that you identify your unique sources, the people, the music, the places, the activities. Make that as an actual list. Write down the 5 things reignite your fire. Every time you listen to it, every time you hear that person speak, every time you see something posted, the music that gets you going, like what is your go-to workout playlist? Put that on during the day, because that will ignite something inside of you that inspires you to push through when things get hard, that give you the ability to get into that next level, and keep it on hand for the days that you feel low. I mean, think about that. When you have a hard day and you pop in that one song that gets you fired up, it could be that one thing that changes everything for you for the rest of that day. Guys, your future doesn't just demand discipline. It does require it, but if you do it without inspired action, you'll burn out quickly. It doesn't just demand discipline. It demands an inspired version of you. Because guess what? When there's an inspired version of you doing the disciplined things, it will cause other people to look at you, to be inspired by your actions. Your story already has the seeds of inspiration. But remember it, own it, and then amplify it, share it, tell it to the people that are out there so that you can use your struggle, your mess, and turn it into your story and your message that gives others inspiration, gives others hope that they can go out and turn their life around. They can go out and do what you do to make a difference in their life and the life of those around you. Now, I want to think about this. If we sat down for dinner, I know I'd leave inspired by you, because I would ask questions that would allow you to open up and tell me the things on your heart that get you going, the things that get you up and going out and doing the excited, inspired things. So why shouldn't you live inspired by your own life, not just mine. Guys, today, make sure you take some time and write down 3 ways you will practice, put into action inspiration daily this week. And then turn around and share that with somebody on your team. Put it in a post, put it here in the group, in the chat. The 3 things that you're going to do to live inspired daily. And if you can't think of those, use other people's inspirations to help create a foundation for the inspired life that you guys want to live. I hope this helped. I hope that you take action on living an inspired life, because there are so many people out there waiting for somebody to inspire them to take action, to do incredible things. Guys, go out and make it an amazing day, and I hope your day is as awesome as you are.